It's been a while, Emily. How have you been? Actually, we just bought a high-rise apartment known for its stunning night view. The scenery at night with a glass of wine in hand is just perfect. So, come over sometime. I'll make it a special free visit for you. I was annoyed by the malicious tone of Isabella's phone call. Though reluctant, I went to Isabella's apartment where she said, "How do you like it? Beautiful, isn't it? It's a symbol of high income. You're still single, right? Do you still have feelings for Benjamin? Even if that's the case, marriage is a battle, you know. You just lost." I was bombarded with a barrage of insults and had to flee the scene. I am Emily, 28 years old. I live with my husband and our 3-year-old daughter. I married Jackson 2 years ago. Now, spending every day with my husband and daughter is incredibly fun and joyful. Hey, Emily, how about going to the theme park this Sunday? That sounds great, especially since it's Halloween now. Maybe I'll dress up with my daughter? I'm sure she'll look adorable. I wonder if we might even outshine the princesses at the theme park. That'll be fun. Well then, I'm off. Okay, take care. This is our everyday life. It's these simple things that make me realize how happy I am. Taking photos during our outings has become a recent hobby. Posting them on social media and getting likes always brings me joy. My account is fairly popular with a decent number of followers now. I love receiving supportive comments. It's really fun. What should I take pictures of today? Just then, something happened. I glanced at my phone and saw a message notification. Who could it be? It's displayed more prominently than usual. Probably a long message. When I checked, it was a message from Isabella, my former best friend. It's been a while, Emily. How have you been? We just bought a high-rise apartment with a stunning night view. The scenery at night with a glass of wine is just perfect. So, come over sometime. I'll make it a special free visit for you. Isabella and I had been close since elementary school through college. We were inevitably very good friends, and this continued even after we started working. Isabella was my best friend, but due to a certain incident, our relationship abruptly ended. Right after graduating from college and starting my job, I went to a party at a friend's invitation. That's where I met Benjamin. We dated for a while, and about a year later, I accepted Benjamin's proposal. Not long after, I introduced Benjamin to Isabella. Nice to meet you, Isabella. I'm Benjamin, the man marrying Emily. Nice to meet you too. Isabella here. Emily, you did well. He's super cool and seems kind. Isabella jokes around but congratulated us. We talked about our college days and how we met. It was a really enjoyable conversation with the three of us. But later, I would regret it. I should have never let them meet until we were married. About a month later, while I was heading to work as usual, I saw Benjamin walking with another woman. Their arms entwined. I must be seeing things. After all, Benjamin was supposed to be at his parents' house today. There's no way he would be here. I had to confirm it. So I called in sick at work and followed them. He looked ridiculous with his drooling face, but it was undeniably Benjamin. Who is the woman he's with? I can't see her face. I'm trailing them, so it's hard to get a good look from the front. Then, as if sensing my presence, the woman turned around. Isabella? You've got to be kidding. My mind was in a whirl. To think Benjamin lied to me to meet Isabella? Since when? Is this an affair? Come to think of it, Benjamin and I have been drifting apart lately. I need to get things clear. As I approached them, Isabella noticed me. Surprised and hid behind Benjamin. What are you doing? Emily? Why are you here? Aren't you supposed to be at work? As Benjamin panicked, Isabella pushed past him and said, Well, it's out now. We're dating. What is she talking about? I can't comprehend. Hey, are you okay? Why does she look so smug? Benjamin, what's going on? Explain this to me. That's the problem with you. You always act so superior, looking down on me. Isabella doesn't do that. She always supports me. Who in the world supports a cheating boyfriend? I'll pay you off. Let's break up. Since it's before the engagement, $1 million should be enough, right? Benjamin is so rich and kind. Though we weren't officially engaged, we had told people about it, so it was probably his way to settle things quietly. See you around then. I'll send you an invite to the wedding once things settle down. With that, the two of them left. I lost my most important friend and my most important boyfriend at the same time. And they're already planning their wedding secretly behind my back. Well, fine. Let them do whatever they want. The next day, I found money from the two of them transferred into my bank account. I wasn't upset about Benjamin. It was the fact that Isabella, who I thought was my friend, betrayed me and stole the man without any remorse. I'll definitely be happier than those two. As I was reminiscing, I heard a voice from the entrance. I'm home. Oh, welcome back. Sorry, I was just daydreaming. I'll start cooking dinner now. He looked at me with concern. Is something wrong? You can rest if you need to. That caring head pat came from my husband, Jackson. We don't keep secrets from each other. Talk to me. It might make you feel a bit better. If you don't want to now, you can tell me when you're ready. Encouraged by Jackson, I decided to be honest. Actually, I got a message from Isabella. She bought a high-rise apartment and invited me to see it. It's not like I have any lingering feelings, you know? It's just annoying to be bragged to. Honestly, it's pointless to associate with that couple. What do you think? Should I go? To my surprise, Jackson gave an unexpected response. If you think it's a good idea, then we should go since we've been invited. Jackson, are you serious? When I asked in surprise, my husband cheerfully said, It's okay. It'll be a good reference for the future. Plus, it's the guy who bullied my precious Emily in the past. We should confront this once and for all. It might keep going otherwise. I'm here with you, so leave it to me. Indeed, I'm not alone anymore. That's true. I was thinking we had to resolve this someday. We just need to show them we're happier than they are. They might brag about being rich, which could be a bit annoying. Jackson seemed oddly excited. A few days later, I told Isabella that we would visit. On the day, my husband and I headed to Isabella's house. Just before we arrived, my husband suddenly needed to use the restroom, not wanting to make a bad impression by asking immediately upon arrival at their house. So we went to a nearby grocery store. I went ahead to scout the situation. When I rang the doorbell, Hi, welcome. It's been a while. Here, I brought this for you. I handed her a cat-shaped bread that we had at home. This is that trendy bread, right? I'll post it on social media later. I couldn't buy it myself since it's always sold out. You went out of your way to buy it for us, Emily. You can be useful sometimes. Though I hadn't lined up especially for Isabella. No, it was just extra. I just brought it along. Oh dear, it's tough being single, isn't it? But having time for yourself isn't so bad. I haven't announced my marriage on social media. Apparently, she thinks I'm still single since. Benjamin came from the living room. Hey, don't be too harsh. She's single because you stole me from her. Don't make it hard for Emily to respond. Benjamin pulled Isabella close, and they both wore smug smiles. They were clearly mocking me. I really didn't want to see their nauseating display of affection. At that moment, I just wanted to see whatever they wanted to show me and leave. So, where's this amazing view you wanted to show? Ah, right, this way. Amazing, isn't it? But you know, views like this are best enjoyed with someone special and delicious food, don't you think? Isabella and Benjamin looked at each other with dreamy expressions. Well, the view was indeed spectacular. I understood what Isabella was saying. When this high-rise was on the market, the view was a selling point. The view remains unchanged, whether Isabella and Benjamin live here or not. And in the current situation, it's not enjoyable. It would be beautiful if I were here with Jackson. The view is amazing, isn't it? Are you jealous? Does seeing us together make you feel lonely? You don't still have feelings for Benjamin, do you? Too bad, you lost. Don't hold a grudge, okay? I often check your social media. You always go out alone and take pictures of landscapes looking so lonely. Just enjoying yourself alone is just self-indulgence. And you're cooking, always trying to appeal with your homemade stuff. Trying too hard. Are you waiting for a man to contact you? That's creepy. You're using it as a place to meet people. I didn't post for people like her, and it's creepy that she checks my account so thoroughly. I thought this to myself, but Isabella continued with her sarcasm. You post pictures of overseas tourist spots and night pools, but you must be using them without permission, right? Your cooking posts are all from famous restaurants. The sweets from the other day had a 3-hour wait. Yeah, you posted pictures of an empty store. Probably official photos. Faking your life like that and pretending to be something you're not is just embarrassing. And you might get sued for copyright infringement. Well, you learned something new. You can thank me with those sweets if you can actually bring them. Come on, let's leave it at that. Emily feels bad enough, Benjamin said, clearly mocking me. I decided to respond. Actually, my husband is here with me today. He really wanted to greet you. Their eyebrows furrowed. Emily, you're married? Is it that surprising? I have no lingering feelings. In fact, thanks to you taking Benjamin, I married the best husband. Benjamin looked surprised and asked, knowing Emily, he must be a downgrade from me. Couldn't find anyone better than me, so she settled. A compromise marriage, right? Must be some worthless guy. I get it, being dumped by a great guy like me must hurt. The main reason Isabella stole Benjamin from me was his high annual income. He's good looking, tall, graduated from a prestigious university, and comes from a stable family. Plus, he earns a high income. Just like this high-rise, an undeniable catch. But neither Isabella nor Benjamin could have imagined the shocking reality they were about to face. I signaled Jackson to come in. As I did, the front door opened, and Jackson walked in. Sorry I'm late. I'm Jackson, Emily's husband. Nice to meet you. My husband entered with a smile, holding our daughter. When he put our daughter down, she looked a bit shy. Isabella and Benjamin's faces turned pale. Wait, this guy is? No way, I know him! Just 5 minutes ago, they were brimming with confidence, but now their eyes were darting around like they had just seen a celebrity. I almost burst out laughing but managed to keep it in. This guy is the sports influencer, athlete Jackson, isn't he? Why is he here? He's super famous. Seriously? Ouch, no, it's not a dream. Benjamin pinched his cheek, which turned red, unfortunately for him. My husband Jackson, with his refreshing smile, is quite popular among women and a top-level sports player. Recently, he's been invited to various media appearances. Seeing the two of them change their tone after realizing who he was, of course they bombarded us with many questions. How did you two meet? He's even more handsome in person. That's not fair. We first met on the day Isabella took Benjamin from me. Shocked, I almost walked into a red light and he saved me. Isabella looked in disbelief. I felt the same when it first happened. Then, when I found out he was an athlete, I made him healthy treats as a thank you, and he fell for me after that. Yes, that's right. It was a spectacular catch. She's one of a kind person. Ever since we started dating, I've gotten more work, and she's like a goddess, Venus to me. Jackson said this unashamedly, even though it was a cheesy line. Then, those cooking photos on Emily's SNS are... Yes, I get invited for projects, but my wife also takes them on as an influencer. I'm not great with words, so Emily's comments are spot on. And lately, she's been getting invited more than me. Recently, restaurants Emily introduced have become more prosperous, and products have sold well after she gave them advice. Plus, she's great at taking photos, so she even gets photography requests. She might be getting more famous than me now. She's the best, and I'm proud of her. Praised by my husband, I blush deeply. That's right, so those photos you accused of being unauthorized are actually mine. My life changed after Jackson saved me. Being married to Jackson made me realize that couples support each other. I said this and Jackson looked happy. Even then, his handsome face just looked like a refreshing smile to others. I wouldn't have invited you today if I knew you were bragging on SNS. Isabella's face twisted in frustration. Then Jackson suddenly spoke more strongly. The reason we came today is to tell you something. You hurt my dear wife in the past, didn't you? That's not... Isabella looked frightened. No, bragging about a high-rise apartment? I'm speechless. And you thought Emily was still single? How could such a wonderful woman be single? And you think compensating her with only $1 million is enough for hurting her? Well... Benjamin desperately searched for an excuse. Well, I could have let the past go, but inviting Emily now, years later when there's no connection left? You were just trying to hurt her, right? No, I invited Emily because she was once my best friend, and I hoped for reconciliation someday. Jackson raised his voice even more, this time addressing Benjamin. Your wife says that, but is this the time to be showing off your happiness? After talking to Emily, I did some research. Turns out your company is a subcontractor for a project I'm handling. So I pretended to have a meeting and asked your boss, do you have someone named Benjamin? He sighed and said, did he mess up again? Sorry about that. If there's a reason, please let me know. Seems like you're famous for being incompetent. More worried about what you've done wrong than any praise. I let them know how I met my wife thanks to you dumping her harshly. Look forward to going to work tomorrow. Benjamin just looked down trembling. Jackson is very kind, but he's merciless to those who hurt his loved ones. Then Isabella started yelling at Benjamin. Wait, Benjamin! You promised to make me happier than Emily, right? What will you do if you can't get promoted at a big company? If we can't pay the mortgage on this high-rise, I'm not working. You need to earn more than Jackson. What? It's your fault. You don't work, and your cooking is terrible. Coming home is depressing. When I was dating Emily, she used to cook all sorts of dishes, and they were really delicious. Incredibly, Isabella and Benjamin started arguing. Since it was bad for our daughter's education, we decided to leave then. Benjamin was scolded by his boss the very next day. He probably won't have much of a future in his career. Jackson probably wouldn't forgive them either. Moreover, after just buying a high-rise apartment, Benjamin lost his job opportunities because of this incident, and his sole income became insufficient to sustain their lifestyle. Isabella, still refusing to work, had no choice but to sell the high-rise apartment. They quickly proceeded with the sale, but shockingly, a defect was found and it didn't sell for much. It was even reported in the news, turning their once dreamy high-rise into a nightmare. Eventually, burdened with a huge mortgage, Isabella and Benjamin divorced. Isabella returned to her parents' home, but they refused to take her in. The reason? Isabella was involved in compensated dating, having relationships with multiple men, including married ones. She faced hefty alimony demands and couldn't declare bankruptcy as she hadn't filed tax returns, which eventually got exposed. She probably doesn't even have time to check her social media anymore. Ah, this place looks nice. If Emily says it's good, then it must be. Shall we go with this one? After that, we decided to buy a high-rise apartment ourselves. Part of the reason we went to see Isabella's apartment was for reference. Thanks to that visit, we learned not just to view properties, but to consider various aspects like construction and soil quality. Learning from bad experiences is my motto. It's like gaining double the experience points. Hey, isn't this place quite spacious? It even has a room for photo shoots, and we can make a hobby room, right? We also need a room for this little one. Saying this, I touched my stomach. Really? Thank you, I'm so happy. Personally, I wouldn't mind having one more room. He joked, but his smile showed he was genuinely pleased. Then we decided to search again, this time for a property, considering having 3 children.